Hello again, traders. Right, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know at the moment I'm on a bit of a break from social media, but this was such an important subject for me that I'm sort of having a break from social media and uploading this video because it is massively important in my opinion. Affirmations, trading affirmations. Now, if you search online, you'll find 1,001 videos about affirmations and meditation, and quite frankly a lot of claptrap go with the affirmation keyword, as it were, suggestions. What I did years and years back, I watched a few videos on sort of the psychology of trading and the affirmation side of things, and something really important I did for myself. And I didn't really find this online, it didn't really come as a result of the affirmations, but something that I found worked really well, and that's why I've attempted to make this video about 4 or 5 times in the last 2 days, and finally, hopefully this is the final take, as it were. So affirmations and how I did it. So what I did when I was struggling between sort of inconsistency, knowing what I should be doing but not following my own rules, all I did to break that cycle, as it were, was force myself to watch an triple A trade, as I put it, an absolute perfect trade of my mentor. I used to video my lessons and kept them all back and rewatched them, and that's fine because I did keep seeing new little things, nuances that I hadn't realised were so important, an attribute to the perfect trade, as it were, you know. So I recommend that as well. When you find someone that you like to follow, it might be myself, it might be I always recommend Roger Banks of Wicks Don't Lie. I really recommend looking at his stuff as well, because it just ties in with what I do so well. I know they're difficult to follow because he flicks between charts, and for me it's difficult to see what the hell he's looking at a lot of the time, but when you finally do find one that works, what I suggest you do is bookmark it. You know, a trade that is, when I say works, trade from entry to exit, as it were, just bookmark that and watch that time and time again. And what I do suggest potentially doing is making that a part of your daily trading routine, much same as the affirmation video that stuck in my mind. The guy did, I think he, if I remember correctly, he said he had this routine, you know, he'd get up, he'd before he even opened his charts, for example, he would go and have a walk, meditate, maybe watch an affirmation video, not necessarily what I'm suggesting you do, a trading video, but he got into this routine and it worked. So I got into a routine of watching a good trade every day, and really, basically, it calmed me down, as it were. It stopped the anxiety. One of the worst things you can have as a trader is FOMO, fear of missing out, fear of missing that trade, rushing into a trade when you don't need to. There's trades everywhere. That's why I trade the 5-minute charts, the 1-minute charts, so on and so forth. There are literally trades everywhere. But waiting an hour or 2 hours for the perfect trade is a very difficult thing to do. Well, it was for me, and it may well be for you too. So what I suggest you do is make a video. There's loads of totally free video software out there, and then just keep it on your desktop, as it were, and watch it every day before you trade over a coffee, and it may help do what it did for me, which was just calm myself down and get myself into the right frame of mind to look for the perfect trade. So, I mean, this morning's gold trade, I've had quite a few trades this morning, GJ long and gold long, and they were perfect. So they would be a great example, for example, sorry about that, a good example for yourselves to make an affirmation video of, and then you just watch it every day before you start trading, and don't rush into trades. You know, before you even open your charts, perhaps look at the perfect trade. I think Raja Banks of Wicks Don't Lie has a very calming effect on traders. Lots of traders I know like him, so maybe he is the guy to bookmark. But let's have a quick run through what I did with this trade here. You can see all these lines on the charts now. We're looking at the line chart. I personally recommend trading off a line chart almost, because lines don't lie, as they say, charts don't lie. So these levels were drawn on here prior to my trade, and literally all I did was set an alert using the alert facility above that line there, above this blue line that is drawn on that level there, and this is a 15-minute chart. And then again on these lows here, you can see the alert hiding behind the line there. You might just be able to see it. I'll drag and drop it down. So I always set the alerts a little bit before, so before it hits that line, and in this case before it hits that line, and then just wait. So I was either going to get the gap between those two lines there, that's the lows there of that line chart, and as I and other traders and Raja say, we're always looking for the gaps, we're looking for these lovely runs. So if we would have had been awake at this time during the night, you can see that lovely run above that line there. If you can see it, I'll thicken up the line chart now. Just really thicken it up. So what was I talking about? Oh, this big gap here. So if you'd been awake at that time of night, I wasn't. A line chart, a line there and an alert there. Let's just drag that one up, but that's a short alert. We want a long alert. A break of a close of a candle above that line there is when Raja for example would say, yeah, we've broken support, we've made a support level. The wicks up, wick up, wick up makes the support and resistance level. When you break through it, you're good to go. Really and truthfully, you don't need the wicks, all you need is a line chart. So in this instance up here, if you were thinking about going long, it's a very good place for you to get support and resistance built, as Raja says, with wicks and everything. And then all you need to do is set an alert above it, wait for a candle to close through it. And by that I mean, if this was it is a 15-minute chart, so you'd want to see a candle close through the 15-minute line. You can bring that down slightly actually, because the top of the line is actually there. So that's it, simple as that. That's making your plan. So yeah, back to affirmations. Make yourself a video like this, or well, you could watch this one as your affirmation video if you wanted. It's all about the plan, drawing the lines, using the line chart to trade, and then waiting for the trade to come to you. So literally that trade was entered there, the long on gold, and I do expect this to go further up, because we've now got this whole gap. That was just a manually drawn support area drawn on this whole area here. So really all you'd need is a line drawn on that kink. Why didn't I do this right from the start? Then move back to the line chart. We've closed above it, so now I just want to I could use the 1 minute or the 5 minute chart to wait for the same situation as we've seen over there to happen now over here. So new line chart, excuse me, stick it on the high there, and when price closes above that, you would be hoping to take a long. It's a great time of day to be looking for trades. 8:10 in the morning now. So the London is literally smack bang on the FTSE Open, the FTSE 100, the London Open. If we get a new close above this, then this is likely to go up again. So, affirmation videos, I can't stress how much they made a difference to my trading. And I did a search on my YouTube channel, didn't have anything to do with it that I could find. It did come up, so I presume I've used the word before in my and it's come up in the subtitles that I realise now get searched, but I've not actually made one labelled affirmations. So this is a very, very important aspect of for me to become a good, consistently profitable trader, because it makes you relax into the trades. Not interested in going long until this is closed above now. You saw we'd closed above on the 15, so I don't want to be going short whatever happens, but I do want to be using the lower time frames, the 1 minute, 5 minute, to get back into the long and make the most of that gap there. So yeah, affirmations, daily affirmations, make it a part of your daily trading routine if you're struggling with the patience and discipline, and hopefully it will make a massive difference for you, same as it did for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Oh, I'll make a coffee and I'll pause this, and we'll come back and see whether this does actually break through that level there in the way that I suggest we should wait for. So, because it's got to move one way or the other this time of day, I should think. Hello again. Right, I'm back. Before I muff this video up as well, and have to make about a 7th or 8th attempt at it. So, as you can see, this pulled back steeply, but something else that I never or forget to mention, often forget to mention about these style of trades, is that always look at the pullback. Look, we've got a strong pullback with almost no momentum at all. We wait for above the 20 line for longs in this instance, and we would expect, if we were going to go short, to be below the 20 line. So and obviously in a downtrend as well. So we've got a strong uptrend here. We've broken above the 20 level. I waited for the close above that high over here. So as you can see, the plan was executed well, to a T, to be honest with you, but that's what we have to do as traders. So yeah, and it's piling on up now, 17.3, but I've closed 99% of the trade now, because I've made two 10 plus pip trades. One was 10.5 and the other one, this most recent, was 11, and that's all I'm interested in doing. So and just compounding the trade. So once again, finally, affirmations. Make your affirmations. I mean, you could carry on doing all the normal trend line stuff as well, ascending trend lines, descending trend lines. This is connection. This is a valid one. Now we've got this one. We have a new valid trend line, as it were, because that high has been broken over here. So what can I say? Trading affirmations. Get into the habit of watching something that is a AAA plus entry, and do that before you open your charts even, and just get yourself into a habit of training yourself to wait for the perfect setup. And as you can see, this took what are we now, 8:50, so this took about 20-25 minutes to actually pull back against itself. But as I say, there was no power, there was no power to the downside, which is why it just adds to the no power to the downside of that pullback either, prior to the trigger break of the 20 level, plus 20 for the entry, and 3 CRs, always using the 3 CRs, always using the 3 CRs. Support and resistance. Line charts are probably a much better way of calculating the levels that you need to close through, close on the current time frame. So, and that's it. What can I say? Trading affirmations. Do it daily, and it just gets you into the right relaxed, disciplined frame of mind to let the trades come to you. and I've set my target at another line support resistance level up there, waiting to see what happens. So thanks for watching. Have a great trading day.